The last great Coliseum, that is where we are tonight. We welcome you in to race number 1, round number 2 of the Blown Piston Racing League Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series here at the virtual last great Coliseum. It is the Bristol Motor Speedway, and it is, again, race number 1 of the second round of the playoffs. The Elite 8 has been put into play, and, well, we're going to find out who's going to get one step closer to being in the final four this evening. Win, and you're in as we welcome you to the Wise Choice Contracting 250. Again, race number 1 of this Blown Piston Racing League Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series. I am the captain. We welcome you in to the Captain Esports Network and live coverage of tonight's race. A little late on the start, but we're here and we are ready to go. We're having some technical issues over on the scoreboard and on my side, but we've got it all fixed up, and we are good to go this evening. 8 trucks set to go this evening for their chance to race in the final four when it gets here, coming up in just 3 weeks. Of course, last week we had an unexpected week off, which is totally okay. Basically, there were some issues over in the Wise household, and they decided to take the whole entire weekend off instead of just one series to try to keep them going on consecutive nights of the same race. So nothing wrong with that. Totally cool. And that is where we sit right now. And here is the point standings as we enter this first race. Avery Wilson, of course, enters with the lead in the points over Anthony Keys, of course, Andrew Mraz, Casey Duncan, Andrew Moore, Jason Branch, Scott Wise, Jason Kratke. They are the 8 guys who will race in for the spot in the final four. And you see the guys down there: Kevin Dick, Ryan Branchow, Casey Barlow, Ryan Nicoletta Gann, Thorndike, Guy Snyder, Jordan Berry. All those guys will not race, unfortunately, for the points championship this evening. So we got that going, of course. As the trucks roll out, we'll get you the, where the field lines up team-wise here in just a little bit. It is Andrew Moore going to win the pole over Andrew Mraz. Once again, Moore showing that he is a pretty steady guy when it comes to qualifying around the world's, not only the world's fastest half mile, but it seems like around these tracks of late, he will be on the pole. Alongside him going to be Andrew Mraz, as I mentioned. Ryan Nicoletta, Round Nardi, row number 2. Guy Snyder, Avery Wilson, they'll be in row number 3. Row number 4 is James Thorndike, Scott Wise. Row 5, Mark Allen, Anthony Keys. Drift going to start next to David Brown there in the 96. Jason Kratke, Jason Branch, Casey Barlow. The 15 cars that'll start this race. That'll go for 250 laps around as the rain decides to open up outside my window here. So I don't know what it is. Seems like every night I do a broadcast now, it starts storming here, which is kind of weird to me. 87 laps they can go on a tank of fuel, which will be perfect because you will see the stage end at lap 85 or at lap 75 in 150 this evening in this race. But as I mentioned, it will be 250 laps to make up the 125 laps around the world's fastest half mile. Pace car is in. Let's do it. Friday Night Trucking here on the Captain Esports Network. Oh, trouble in the back. One spinning already. I try to get my settings within me. No caution so far. We stay green. That car that spun was Mark Allen, to 135. Mark Allen on pit road right now, so unfortunately a tough break for him. They all need to use only one pit road tonight, which is a positive. Guy Snyder there in the 27, got the one of Avery Wilson right there with him as these guys race hard. stay single file right now in the front straightaway. Not that it matters to you guys, but it is like green cat's outside right now, where I live. Of course, you saw that starting lineup, by the way. Andrew Moore was the winner. I don't want to miss them. The U.S. Veterans Pole Award tonight. Congratulations to Andrew on getting the Pole Award this evening. Of course, the starting lineup you saw was presented also by the U.S. Veterans. So we thank them very much for what they do for this great country. As you see Avery look underneath the 27. Scott Wise there in the 31 with him for position. See Scott's kind of putting some pressure on from the bottom right here on Avery. Ryan Nicoletta's starting to fall back. You see Snyder going to the inside of the 59. Back to the 5th position he goes from Wise. And Avery Wilson trying to take that spot. And here comes Anthony Keys up there in that iHeartRadio, about that iRacing. So far, 13 laps in. Already, laps around here about 15 seconds. Tires will fall off and become a big factor in this race. Of course, this is the Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series, as I mentioned. Moore leads by 3/10, and there's your line right there for for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th right here. Working hard underneath of Nicoletta for position. We appreciate the viewers watching here this evening. If you're new to the chat, make sure you do join us and hit that subscribe button. You'll be with us each and every night. And of course, if you're not new to the chat, we appreciate you still joining us. And we ask you to please continue to watch us each and every evening you see us on the air. Up the track, there's Avery Wilson, and 3 wide, almost off turn 4 there. Keys had to kind of turn it left to be careful. Oh, Nicoletta up against the wall, got to be careful. Moore still leads this thing by 4/10 of a second. Of course, Andrew had a fantastic first round and is looking to back this thing up. See you in round number 2. Of course, the great thing about tonight, we do have our cameras, of course, in play. Thanks to our good friends at Track Cams 4 Gourmet. Check them out, trackcams22.com. They show us a good look here on board. Ryan Nicoletta started up in the top 5, back here in his 7th position right now. Already about a full second off the pace. Getting a little tight off the corner there. Got one to his inside. That's going to be Branch in the 22, and he'll take the spot. Biggest mover so far in this race, Anthony Keys from 10th to 4th. Pretty sporty there. It's why he's one of the top drivers so far in this series when it came to the first round of the playoffs. Look at the 13 drop to the bottom. That's Thorndike. He'll make the pass. Meanwhile, there's your leader, Andrew Moore. Coming up on the back of lap traffic, Jason Kratke, Casey Barlow up here, David Brown. Goes on. You see Kratke going a lap down. There is the 24 truck of Barlow, unfortunately way off the pace tonight. Not sure if there's something wrong with him or just not a fan of Bristol or whatever, but again, he's running 13th, so it's not terrible. But 30 laps in here. Andrew Mraz under attack. Here comes Guy Snyder. The Gulf Lubricants number 27 working the bottom here on that iHeart Ford F-150. I've said it plenty of times. Snyder and the whole 4X team have kind of had a little bit of a rivalry throughout the last couple of months, so got to keep an eye on this one real closely. Moore up ahead. He's got a good 3 seconds on this battle. As I mentioned, Mraz has had his struggles more in the Truck Series than he has in the Clash Series, which is coming up here on Sunday. You know, he's been pretty dominant there, but here in the Trucks, he has had his ups and downs, and that is for sure. I think tonight he's more worried about just maxing out the points and getting the best finish possible, so he has a chance to work his way into the Final Four. Snyder's looking really sporty here in that 27 tonight. Not sure if he just saved his tires, but you know what? He is a teammate to that 77, so he's definitely showing that this team's got some speed up here in the front tonight. So again, 65% fuel in these trucks, so that does mean we will see some pit stops in the race, and more than likely going to be after the end of the stages, which again are lap 75 and lap 150. Let's go back here. Thorndike about a half second up on Drift. There's Drift in the 15 right now. Drift in the 7th position right now. Drift going around the lap car, and you see the 13 coming into the picture. There's the 1 right in front of Adrian Wilson. Able to clear the 1, so Avery kind of falling back a little bit. Maybe has burnt up the tires a little bit. Almost gets into the back of them. Got to be very careful. Jason Clark joining us this evening, of course. Appreciate the viewers, as always, being a part of all of our broadcasts. As I mentioned, lap times at about 16 seconds now. You see Drift make the pass on David Brown. I just realized David has a Captain TV logo on there. We got to give him a new logo. I might have to put the Captain Esports Network on that brown car. We'll have to see. Look at this battle of iHeart trucks off turn 4. Keys and Thorndike. And I never thought I'd say this, but Avery Wilson, the last truck on the lead lap, as Andrew Moore is burning through them tonight. 49 laps in. He's led them all, and there he is. He is lapped up to the 7th position already in this race. Led all the laps so far in this race, is already 50 laps deep. And a race that just started roughly 15 minutes ago. That just shows you when you're running laps around here at 15 seconds a lap. We're going to get through this really quickly. A great crowd here tonight, 150,000 at Bristol. Andrew Mraz falling back. Four trucks been passed by Thorndike, Drift, and now Mraz is falling into the clutches of his teammate Keys, and I'm starting to notice right side damage again on that 4. So once again, this truck not cooperating at all with Mraz, and not sure what has happened throughout the season here, but he has definitely had his struggles. He does have a win. It has not been fun, though, for the Lions for the most part this season. I mean, on the cup side, absolutely, it's been the last one. Entering tonight's race, he has the 1 win. He has 7 top 5s and 8 top 10s, so the numbers aren't terrible. He's got 4 stage wins, but it's that big win category that is kind of hurting him right now. And you see the damage on that 4 truck. So Mraz with issues early in this race. And he almost caught the wall again. And there's the leaders right behind him. As Moore goes by Mark Allen into 135, coming up on the back of Avery Wilson into 1. Back here, or actually it's right in the middle of this. I was about to say let's go find the battle for 5th, but it's right in front of the leaders. Up to 12 viewers watching this evening. As you see, Wilson's going to go a lap down. Now Keys, runs into the back of his teammate there. Got a pretty good run there, but Andrew had to take it. And that's going to put him a lap down, and now The 4 truck going to get cleared, so now Andrew Moore has gone up to the 4th. Oh, and the teammates wreck! Caution is out as Mraz and Keys have gone around. Big points implications here. Yep, Mraz caught the wall and down into the 14 he goes. When you have a majority of the field, if not all of them almost, as playoff drivers and 2 teammates who are in the 8 wreck, that is not good implications right there. One more time here. Ford just gets tight off turn 4 and bam, nowhere to go. So caution out for the first time, and leaders are on pit road. All 4 of them on the lead lap. Andrew Moore, Guy Snyder, going to easily win this race off pit road. Avery Wilson stays out, believe it or not. He probably is going to take the lucky dog or the wave around or something here and get back on the lead lap. As I mentioned, I didn't get a chance to give a proper shout out to our sponsor of, well, first let's cover this by saying the Superior Template is caution number 1 here on the track at the Virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. That caution, of course, brought to you by Superior Templating. And the lucky dog is that driver right there. There's the lucky dog. Forever Home Pet Rescue lucky dog here at lap number 65 is Avery Wilson. And I want to go back to the U.S. Veterans Pole Award, and I want to talk with that driver, Andrew Moore, in the 77. He was the pole sitter tonight. He's led every lap this evening as Andrew joins us this evening. Andrew, didn't get a chance to talk to you beforehand. I had a little bit of a technical issue on my end, but you won the U.S. Veterans Pole Award once again, and tonight you are showing that, well, you have got the truck to beat, it looks like, so far.
Hello.
Hi. It's Chris. Good to hear from you. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I'm sitting there talking to myself on mute the whole entire time. Thankfully, on the stream, they're hearing me, but Andrew, you're not hearing me until now. So, real quickly, U.S. Veterans Pole Award, you won that. We didn't get a chance to talk to you tonight, and it looks like you got a just as good of a truck in race trim than you did in Q trim.
It's driving great tonight. We got another great rhythm going. A teammate behind me. It's going to be pretty smooth as long as I can keep it on the track.
Yeah, so far you've done so for 67 laps. Talk about, honestly, the fuel mileage here and stuff, because you just went, 65 laps, which is about 20 laps short of, where you got to get to and stuff. So what kind of strategy are we going to see as you try to work your way to win both stages?
Yeah, we're just going to run it dry.
It's the way to do it. All right, bud, we'll let you go. I know you're going green. Good luck.
Thanks. See ya.
Andrew Moore, he's a focused one, and he said it best right there. Just run it dry. I got done with that question. I'm like, yeah, he's about to go green, Scala. Not on my A game, I'd say. But again, congrats on Andrew winning the U.S. Veterans Pole Award this evening. Pace cars in. Let's go back racing. Lap number 69 here at the Virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. The teammates up front. Thorndike, Drift, and Andrew Wilson, the only 5 trucks on the lead lap. Thorndike, a little bit of rear end damage. Looks like he's backed it into a pole. Meanwhile, there's Drift up to the high side. Drift really good here at Bristol. He's got some nose damage, so you wonder if Drift and Thorndike might have ran into each other a little bit there, as Thorndike's going to let the 15 go. He's going to slide up and move him up to the 3rd spot. Now it's just a matter of who can slide into the lucky dog spot. Moore's truck just looks stout. I did something like this at Darlington earlier this season, and he has definitely shown at times that he has been the truck to beat in this series. I mean, there's been times where it looks like one of the 4X guys are, but I would say the 77 has saved his tools for the end of this season. The truck's rocking and rolling here. Drift starts to approach the 27. There could be a fight for second. Has 2 laps to go in stage 1. Now, for those who don't know, we do have no cautions during the stage, and as a matter of fact, stage 1 right there goes to Andrew Moore in the 77. So congratulations to him on winning stage number 1. And for Andrew, that is his 4th stage win of the season. Snyder second, Drift running in the 3rd spot. There he is, James Thorndike back and forth. And Jason Branch, 22 truck, he is the first a lap down right now in the 6th position. If he can get another yellow, he will move his way back up in the field and get back on the lead lap. You heard Andrew talk about it a little bit. The best way to run really well here is get into a rhythm. And that is exactly what he's done, because you're on the gas, you're on the brake, and you're just kind of rolling it, and you just want the truck to feel solid. And I think that's what made these drivers like Darrell Waltrip and Jeff Gordon and Earnhardt and all those guys that just ran really well at Bristol and tracks like that, Martinsville and stuff like that, because of the rhythm. Jason Kratke back here in the 54 truck, 13th position right now. He is, tangling with Anthony Keys, and in the wall they go. Caution out for a second time. And Keys, his truck is smoking. See what happens here. Just come together. Not sure if I couldn't tell from the angle if Keys came down or Kratke went up. Let's look one more again. Fine right there as Kratke fights to the bottom. He doesn't touch the apron or anything, and a little bit of net code involved, but contact in trouble in turn 1 as we have the 2nd superior templating caution of the evening on lap 86. Let's see who all comes to pit road. Moore and Snyder are going to stay out. Drift's going to come to pit road. Looks like Avery Wilson's going to stay out. Thorndike also going to stay out. And you're going to see the 22 truck, I believe, going to get the waiver on here, and he'll be back on the lead lap. go. Forever Homes Pet Rescue Lucky Dog to Jason Branch. He'll be back on the lead lap now in the 6th position. Of course, Sunday night we'll be back here for the Clash Series. In the Cup cars, 250 laps there as they'll start their second round of the playoffs. You could join us Sunday night at 7:45 Eastern Time. Didn't get a chance to show this, so I want to do so right now. There's the point standings for the Truck Series. iRacing, of course, leading 4X by 11. 2X 72 back. Torqued Wrench and Twin Torque, your top 5 as we enter tonight's Bristol race, as where we stood there in the point standings. As the pace car pulls off, and how about we do a little Turn It Up weekend edition on Captain TV, or Captain Esports Network. Let me get the network right first. Up, caution, right back out. Trouble on the track. We'll come back to the Turn It Up segment. And the caution going to involve David Brown, it looks like. Looks like a 96 with some damage. Let's see who else maybe got damage. Scott Wise, a little bit of nose damage on his truck. So let's go back and see what transpires here and brings out the third superior templating caution. Oh, wow. Thorndike and Nardi get into it. And Wise just gets into the back of Brown. Well, let's look at it one more time here. It's actually going to happen. Thorndike and Nardi get into it. Nardi thought he was clear and wasn't. Brown spins into him after getting punted by the 31, so unfortunate deal there. I'm sure Thorndike's not too happy about that. The caution out as Thorndike's on pit road. Just looking at the screen here, I do not think anyone... Oh, actually, it might have been Andrew Mraz, which would be very interesting for the 4-car and very fortunate. I'll have to double check here. I believe Andrew Mraz is back on the lead lap with the Forever Homes Lucky Dog. And that is confirmed. So Mraz up to 7th and the Lucky Dog in the 4 truck. Should be going back green here in just a moment. Lap number 95. Appreciate the viewers watching tonight. Again, if you're new to the Captain Esports Network, we ask you to please hit the subscribe button. Be much appreciated. All right, let's try this one more time. As the cars come through turn 3 and 4. As we take 2 on the Turn It Up segment here on the Captain Esports Network. Oh, and the leader spins! Andrew Moore's gone around. Oh my gosh. And heavy nose damage on the 77, no caution. Oh, off the back bumper of Avery Wilson. And barely noses the inside wall. Watch this one more time. Oh boy. I should say off the front bumper of Avery Wilson. Avery had to run on the high side, had the run, and oh, they just come together. Guy Snyder takes advantage of it. We're still green as Snyder now leads Jason Branch by 1.3 seconds. Avery Wilson up to third. This race has got flipped on its lid. To the 4th position. Thorndike and Drift battling it out for 5th, and then Andrew Moore is back in the 7th spot. And the question is, how bad is his nose? And did it hurt the engine? Bristol bringing the drama this evening as you see 3 wide up ahead. There's Andrew Moore as we ride with him. That nose got some work to be done. This here is a battle. Drift is actually the 4th place truck, and the only truck he's fighting in this pack is the one behind him of Thorndike, or I'm sorry, Andrew Mraz. The rest of these trucks are battling right now for a Lucky Dog Award. You got the 31 of Scott Wise, Brown Nardi, and the 21. They're actually the first 2 a lap down. And then Ryan Nicoletta and David Brown, they're battling 2 laps down in this pack. So it's like 3 classes of racing here in the middle of one pack. Evening. You know, it looked like one guy was going to run away with the show, and then unfortunately gets involved in a mess. And now it's his teammate who is not a playoff driver anymore, the 27, a Guy Snyder. Leading as we're just getting up towards halfway right now, 110 laps complete. This is starting to turn into a battle for the second position right now as Avery Wilson approaching the 22 of Branch. Just about 2.5 seconds back. Branch about 2.5 seconds back. Then you got Wilson, then you got Drift. And then Andrew Mraz. James Thorndike right here in the 13 truck. And then Andrew Moore starting to catch the 13 here. So obviously the damage on the 77 not maybe as bad as he thought. But he is able to hold on to the lead lap right now. Well, that right front's pretty beaten up. Make the pass with ease there on the inside lane. Well, honestly, Andrew's showing what kind of speed he has, or maybe he's trying to let the tires cool down a little bit. Well, he's out here just running his own line. The problem now, he's got about 2 seconds before he catches Andrew Mraz for the 5th spot. There's Andrew right there. AC Barlow running behind that Ford truck right now. A pretty busy schedule coming up here on the Captain Esports Network this week. As tomorrow night we'll have the VOR IndyCar Series presented by Apex Sage Racing, or coaching I should say. We're actually going to be on a little earlier Saturday evening. I believe 7 o'clock is the start of the race this week because of the Gateway IndyCar race tomorrow night. Running that at Road America tomorrow evening. Then Sunday evening it is 7:45 for the Clash Series with the Wise Choice Contracting Clash Series from BPRL. That is Sunday night at 7:45. Then Monday night 7:30 we'll have round number 2 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway of the TI Racing Truck Series. And then our doubleheader Tuesday night of TI's IndyCar Series with the LSRL Xfinity Series. The Indy cars are at Mid-Ohio, and the Truck Series, or the Xfinity Series LSRL, they are at Daytona, I think. A lot of great racing coming up here this coming week, as everybody's pretty much spread out. The best fight on the track is going to turn into this one right here, actually, as Moore comes back into the picture for Andrew Mraz. He's beating up trucks out here. As we complete the halfway lap, 125 laps completed in the Wise Choice Contracting 250. David Brown getting up that high side to let the leaders go by. And look right behind them. There's Guy Snyder. Oh, and the Andrews almost leaning on each other here. Yeah, this race is flipped upside down in a matter of minutes. The Andrews fighting it out to stay on the lead lap, and there's Guy Snyder right behind him. Oh, wow, that was close. Moore doing everything he can to try to clear the 4. If it's a slide job or what he's got. Oh, a little bumper action there. Was that a brake check? Probably not, but that was interesting. As Thorndike's off the pace, must have blown up, unfortunately for him. as Andrew going to pass the Ford truck. Now Snyder going to try to work his way past the Ford truck. So the points definitely going to look a little different, I think, after tonight's race. Giving him plenty of room there on that top side. At least that time by. There's the fourth crack. He just probably eating some popcorn back there. 27 laps down, unfortunately for him. Oh, and there you go. Slide job by the 27. Slides up in front of Andrew. Great pass by Guy Snyder. So put Andrew a lap down. Now let's see if he can get to his teammate, who has already pulled out to a pretty good size of a lead over the 27. He has decided to run away here. Jason Branch, 2.5 seconds back in the second spot. There's Drift in third, Avery Wilson, and Andrew Moore. The 5 trucks left on the lead lap here. We're 13 laps away from the end of stage number 2. So combined wins right now by the top 3 in this portion of the race, 0. Guy Snyder, Jason Branch, Drift, no wins this season. Looking to change that here tonight. This race is to a point falling into their hands right now. Their chance to pounce and take advantage of a situation. Avery Wilson in that one truck. He, Andrew Moore, and Guy Snyder have gone the longest on their tires here. Looking at lap 75 right now in this set of tires. He's running right there behind Ronald Nardi. As here's the battle for second. Drift to the inside of Branch. As this all happens about 3 seconds back, Drift going to take advantage of his teammate here, Scott Wise. And allowed to take the position, so move Drift up to second. Six laps to go, and there's Guy Snyder, 3 seconds up on Drift. Done a fantastic job all night. Guy actually started back into 5th position and went up 4 spots pretty quickly, and has showed his speed and consistency all night. He lets Cracky go by. Cracky, unfortunately, a little blinking there. That probably has something to do with why Snyder let him go. So what does round number 2 of the playoffs look like for this truck series and for the Clash series that you see on Sundays? let's just talk about it real quickly here. It starts tonight at the Virtual Bristol Motor Speedway, and then following this week, next week we go to Atlanta for 130 laps around at mile and a half, and then the Richmond Raceway, 200 laps around the 3/4 mile Richmond to get the final four that will go to Homestead. And of course that race will be 2 weeks after Labor Day, as everything pushed back a week, so the Richmond race will now be the week after Labor Day on the 10th, and then the 17th of September, the final race of the season, as Guy Snyder has crossed the checkered flag. Congratulations to him. Mr. Snyder has won stage number 2, of course presented by the Wise Guy iRacing Graphics. Congratulations to Guy Snyder. For Guy Snyder, that is actually a second stage win of the season. So he has been very familiar and running front throughout the season here, and now just less than 100 laps away from scoring the first win of the season for himself, and kind of throwing a little bit of a wrench into the final four, because normally the final 3 races is where you see the best 3 drivers maybe win, and then the 4th guy gets in on points. The guy's like, I'm going to rain on some parades tonight. Right on board with Snyder in that blue Golf number 27. Check out Ryan Nicoletta back here, the 59 truck, 3 laps down in the 7th position right now. To look at the field, a very interesting lineup. Oh, Guy Snyder's coming to pit road. Let's actually cut to this. Guy Snyder, the leader on pit road. And this is going to be about 10 laps shy or so of how far you can go on fuel. Four tires and fuel for the 270. Pulls away. Good stop for him. 14.4. Let's see if that brings any of the others to pit road. Andrew Moraz now up to the 4th position. There's Andrew Moore up to 3rd. And Andrew's going to bring the 77 to pit road. They only have to enter tonight on the front straightaway. Only 15 trucks in the race, so the backstretch pit stops not even needed tonight. '77 in the pits, 4 tires and fuel going here. And he pulls away. Good stop there. 16.3, so maybe a little bit of damage fixing on that 77 as Drift leads and continues to lead here. Now Drift is going to work. Oh, he's up against the wall. He's going to work his way into that window. Remember, look over to the right in chat. If you've been here long enough, you see it says 87 laps. Right now, he is sitting at 87 laps to go. Nobody else really on pit road right now. David Brown is taking his car behind the wall. 12th place for him. They're leaving 11 trucks out here on the track. As a matter of fact, no, I correct myself. Raul Nardi is on pit road unscheduled stop there. So we're down to 10 trucks on the track. There's Avery Wilson right now. Avery Wilson actually pitted 2 laps before Guy Snyder and sits 1 lap down, running lap times of 15.4. As Branch is on lap number 82 of his stint right now and drift up to lap 74. So these guys spreading out as much as they can these runs so that they can make it to the finish on fuel and potentially win their first race tonight here in the BPRL. As you're watching the Blown Piston Racing League in the Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series. Here comes Drift. The money stop, right side tires on. And pulls away with a 14.3, so good stop there. Now Branch up front. Branch pulling down to the bottom here. He might be coming to pit road. Got to get it below this yellow line to commit, and then right here you get to speed, which is 35 miles an hour. You got to be very careful. If you're one of the first pit stalls on this track, it is so easy to overshoot it. See Andrew Moraz on pit road also. Four tires and fuel. Branch pulls away. 14.4 there. And that cycles everything around back to Guy Snyder, who's going to have a 4-second lead over Avery Wilson now. Drift is third, Andrew Moore a lap down, and Jason Branch a lap down. 3 trucks on the lead lap. A couple cautions early in this race, but otherwise it has been a clean race, and a green flag, a little bit of contact here and there. There's Drift in the third position. He has got 10 seconds of a deficit back to Avery Wilson, but 12 back to Guy Snyder. And he actually leads Andrew Moore by 3 seconds. Drift is being on that throttle. As Scott Wise comes to pit road in the 31 truck. And he leaves some 18 laps down. Unscheduled stop there for him. Of course, seeing a long green flag run like this, I can't help but brag about the USRC League, of course, taking a break right now, running on Saturday nights like they were before. Of course, I think back about 5 or 6 years ago when we ran a 175 lap race here, caution free. Still don't know how we did it to this day. It took 45 minutes to run that race, and here we are tonight as we just passed the 10 o'clock Eastern time hour. Yeah, we've had, what, 2 cautions? But still, we're at 185 laps in just a little over an hour, I think. Oh, no, it was 9-10 minutes of qualifying. Actually, at 50 minutes right now. That just shows you the pace that goes around this track. Already 187 laps in now. As Andrew Moore coming up in the back bumper of Andrew Mraz. Andrew Mraz is about a 1-lap separation between the two. Of course, the last couple weeks, there's been a little bit of tension between these two guys. Nicoletta coming up back there in the 59 car in the 8th spot. Ryan 5 laps down in this race. How about Guy Snyder? Found himself in the right place, right time after contact between Moore and the 1 of Avery Wilson. You can tell Guy's kind of riding right here, letting his teammate kind of hang out there on the lead lap. He realizes he's got 3.9, almost 4 seconds over Avery. Why not let the car just kind of sit there and let these guys pull away and stuff? Going to let Nicoletta go on by and unlap himself, so he'll be now 4 laps down in this race. Here's Avery, 4.1 seconds back, as I mentioned. That is credit to the 27 truck that has absolutely dominated this field. As a matter of fact, the Pi team of the 77 and 27 have pretty much led every lap this evening. Minus the pit stop there, just a few laps back. Here's Drift about 2.5 seconds back right now from Avery Wilson. Andrew Moore is actually about 8.7 seconds back from Drift, and believe it or not, is actually running 0.6 of a second faster than the 15. So, I mean, there still could be some battling out here before the end of the race for position here on the lead lap. Now, of course, they're halfway into the run already. Snyder 40 laps in, Avery Wilson 43. So, if a yellow hanky doesn't come out, we could see potentially Drift versus Andrew Moore for the win, but Drift could go home in victory lane here. But either way, I'm excited for these guys in the top 3. I don't normally, and you're not supposed to cheer on people, but I always cheer for a nice new winner, a first-time winner or something like that. Back here to 6th position, now 2 laps down. Just trying to get to the finish of this race and shake it off and make the best of what was not the best of nights, unfortunately. He and his teammate getting together for position. You see the leader coming back up on the back of Andrew Moore here, and he's actually stretched the lead out to 5.8 seconds. So I'm not sure what these guys had in their Kool-Aid or what they had in their cereal this morning for breakfast or what it is, but these pie-eyed guys, the golf cars, we'll call them, are putting a whooping on the field this evening. Lap times around here right now at 16 seconds. Can you imagine how hard it is for somebody to be kind of just being patient for your teammate and stuff? Obviously don't want to cause anything, but I've always found it harder to drive like out of rhythm, so to say, like at a slower pace than what you're used to. But I will say this, the battle for second is on. Drift has caught Avery Wilson. And also a battle back here as Jason Branch has gone by Andrew Moore, who's coming to pit road. There's Andrew Moore to pit road here as we watch the battle with Drift and Wilson. So now, with a little less than 40 laps to go, tires going on to 77. Before tires are full, Moore pulls away at 14.3. As Drift tries to get Wilson. Trying to work that bottom lane. Of course, the bottom lane, you got to get a really good run, and you got to make the run quick and make the move, or else it kind of fades out on you. There, right there, Drift Joe slides up the track. AC Barlow there in a 24. Trying to find somewhere to go. Casey, unfortunately, struggling tonight. 4 laps down in 7th. Avery holding on right now. 2/10 over Drift. See it at 2/10 of a second right now. There's Barlow and Nicoletta. They're going to fight it out. And that is actually a battle for 7th right behind them. So we're going to watch both fights here. Battle for 2nd and the battle for 7th. Drift kind of got up the track a little bit. And that's going to help him make the pass. Drift, a.k.a. Jacob Gladulich, up to 2nd. As Barlow and Nicoletta now battle for 7th. See Wilson starting to fade a little bit there. Not sure, maybe saving some fuel or something to get to the finish. There's the fresh tires of Andrew Moore working his way back through the field. There's Jason Branch, 22 truck up here in 4th as he has fought hard. After being a lap down, he's 5.5 seconds back. He's part of the biggest movers of the race. Started 14th, running 4th in that 22 truck. Drift and Barlow up 9 and 7 respectively. 1.1 seconds back, so Snyder just showing the longer this race goes, the faster this 27 truck goes. Right down here on the bottom. As Avery comes to pit road, so the 1 is in. His right side tires go on. A track that definitely really good at eating up tires. As Avery will join in the 5th position right now as he has Andrew Moore right in front of him. So the question, can Guy Snyder go about 90 laps? Let's see, 227. He's got 23 to go. He's got to go make that 93 laps on a tank of fuel. Drift said in the notes you can only go 87, or at least that's himself. But does Snyder have the fuel? Ironically, we're talking about a gas company to go to the finish. Again, next week, Atlanta Motor Speedway for the trucks here Friday night. We'll have it for you at 8:45, and then Sunday night this coming week, the Clash Series here from Bristol. As after tonight, we will have 3 races left in the season. And right now, if it ends the way it does, we have nobody advancing into the championship 4 out of those who win the race, because in the end, we're going to have a guy maybe out of the chase win this thing. As Snyder, I believe, is going into fuel save mode, or, well, actually, it's fresher tires going by him, so I don't think it's that. I know we saw for a quick second, but that was actually a pass for 4th right there, as Avery Wilson went past Andrew Moore on the fresher tires. This is where you see how fresh those tires, how good the fresh tires are in this race and on this track. Here comes Jason Kratke. I believe he's on some fresher tires. Kratke almost got into the back of Drifter. He caught the wall going in deep. Got to be very careful around these leaders. Coming back after him. Well, Drift might be at a spot here where you just kind of back off and let these guys go and just kind of ride on your own, because the race is kind of out of your control right now. You got plenty of time back to, oh, and I just said that the race is out of your control. Well, there's Wilson now, going to kind of keep him from backing off. He's still got about 5.5 seconds if he can run his own lane, depending on what Snyder does. If Snyder runs out of fuel, then it falls right in the Drift's lap. If not, this is definitely going to be a pie-eyed dominant race. And credit to those drivers, to Andrew Moore and to Snyder. Now, something I don't want to overlook, if you watch the line, Snyder's running. The high line is the preferred line at Bristol, but it is also the longest way around the track. What is the shortest way around? The bottom. So technically right now, Guy Snyder is running the quickest when it comes to distance around the track. When you see the measurements done in NASCAR when it comes to like Texas being 1.5 miles or whatever. This track here is at I think 586 miles. That is actually at the middle of the banking, is how they do determine at NASCAR, the middle of the track. So when you look at it, the bottom is actually very slightly less, or a smaller, I should say, of a track than Bristol. It actually says it is. Now, we did not get a chance to show this tonight, so I want to really quickly, while we have a few laps to go in this race, the race summary tonight. Snyder has led only 3 cautions for 15 laps. We had 15 racers start the race, and Andrew Mraz, the 15. It seems like that's the key number tonight. Andrew Mraz, a 15.054. Snyder going to go by Branch and put him a lap down. So only 2 trucks on the lead lap in this race. Four laps to go. Here comes the fresh tires of Avery Wilson. And that is actually a pass for the 3rd spot right there you saw on the right side. Avery Wilson goes by Jason Branch for 3rd. He's going to run out of time, but he's back on the lead lap here. Just shows you how good fresh tires are. Goes into turn 3 and 4. He's going to see the white flag in the final lap, and a win for Bristol Motor Speedway to Guy Snyder if he can complete the next half mile. What a night it's been for Pie-Eyed Racing. Andrew Moore led the first part of the race, and after an accident took him out of the lead. His teammate took over. Guy Snyder steals Bristol. As Drift comes off 4, he is going to finish 2nd. Avery Wilson will take the 3rd position. And first win of the season for this 27 truck. Now, he did miss, I believe, 1 or 2 races this season, was right on the edge of the 2nd round, but unfortunately did not make it. I'm sure this win, yes, it's going to be sweet, but I'm sure it's going to have a little bit of sour to it, as he would be in the Final 4 right now if he was in the Elite 8. Take a look at the final results from the world's fastest half mile. Snyder wins it over Drift. Avery Wilson 3rd. Jason Branch and Andrew Moore finishes in the top 5. Andrew Mraz, Ryan Nicoletta, Casey Barlow, Scott Wise, Jason Kratke, and pretty much all these drivers you're seeing now on the screen have had issues tonight. Raul Nardi, David Brown, James Thorndike, Anthony Keys, and Mark Allen, your 15 finishers, or 15 racers tonight in this race. This guy has parked it right there at the edge of victory lane, and let's get him up here with us as Guy Snyder. What a huge win and an upset tonight, we'll call it, here at Bristol Motor Speedway, not because of a lack of talent or something like that, but because of the fact we're in the playoffs right now. Guy, you didn't make it to the 2nd round, unfortunately, but tonight you and your team definitely showed who's boss out here at this track.
Yeah, we all got around here pretty good. It was fun.
Talk about the racing out there, man. I know you were trying to be patient there and running up there in the top 5. You worked your way up there, and Andrew was leading. Unfortunate circumstances with him and Avery happened. The seas parted, and it became the Guy Snyder show after that.
Yeah, for real. I got lucky that Andrew got taken out because I didn't have anything for him. I don't think. I mean, I was pretty good, and he was just that much better. So that's uh, not that I was wishing any bad luck, definitely on him, but that was my sort of plan, was to run second, and if he had a problem, I'd scoop up the win.
How much of a sour taste is this leaving your mouth, knowing that if just one thing went different this season, you could be in the Final Four right now?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I missed a race there, and then Michigan, which is not my best track, I would have had to win at, and I don't think I made it past lap 5. So, I'm just happy for the win. You know, that's the most important thing.
Final question for you real quickly. How much fuel do you have left?
I ran out there on my burnout. Yeah, I had to run that kind of non-traditional line, which I love the old Bristol, so it was fun doing it. But when I came out of pit road, I thought I was going to be 10 laps short, and all I did was just lifted it, coasted it down in there. I'm like, I got to run the bottom, and I can't use brakes, so I was lifting real early, and it worked out great.
Yeah, I was going to say, as I was talking about a little bit on the broadcast part, the middle portion of the track is how they measure the size. So you were actually running less than the actual lap at Bristol each time going into the corners and running that bottom. So you definitely did the right thing there to save as much fuel as possible, man. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, shout out to you for being that smart, because I did not think of it that way. I just thought I got to stay off the brakes and stuff, because you really do. I mean, that's a huge difference,
Yeah.
10 laps running the outside or the inside. And But yeah, I got to shout out to all my pie-eyed racing teammates. I wouldn't run if it wasn't for them. They definitely make it fun, and I just gotta thank you for doing the broadcast. And yeah.
Well, I give you credit, because I think in the couple of years I've done this kind of broadcasting and stuff, I must say I think he's the first one that's actually said I'm smart on the air. So I appreciate that very much. The compliment there. Go celebrate a win. Go sit up on top of the garage over there in turn 4 where the victory lane is, and you got golf of victory tonight. So nice job.
You bet. Thanks, man.
Absolutely. As Guy Snyder takes pie-eyed race into victory lane tonight, an awesome win for him. Congratulations. Drift, he's not one that likes to talk, so that's where, if you notice over in chat right now, he is chatting. He's talking about his happy P2 finish, and feels bad that Andrew got spun out there and didn't bring a caution out, but thought Guy pitted early, and I thought he was going to take advantage of it, but in the end he didn't. But great job on drifts, and congratulations, my man, and a good second place run to you. As we bring Avery down here, third place finish for you. Avery, man, you definitely look like Superman out there on those fresh tires. I know tonight did not go as planned at that third place finish, and the unfortunate contact there with the 77, but still a good finish to a bad situation.
Yeah, I don't, like the way that played out, but I just thought for sure I was, just telling Andrew a second ago before I got pulled up. Well, he's trying to tell him, but the restart prior to that, we went off into 1 and 2, and I got a really good charge on him and Guy Snyder, and I got beneath Snyder, and I pretty much practically cleared him, and right before that caution came out, so I was in second. So when the next restart, when Andrew gave me the outside, I just thought for sure in his mind, like, okay, if he gets a good jump on me, he may try to show that he's going to slide up and walk out to the wall, but I didn't really get that feeling going into 1 and coming out of 2, or coming through 2, and I was committed. I had too much of a run on him, and I just didn't have time to really live for him, so that happened, and I'm sorry that happened, but I mean, I just feel like that was a racing deal.
Well, you did still a good job for what it's worth. The strategy there, obviously, you got the tires, and you were able to jump back up there to the top 3 and solidify a solid points night here, because the fight is on, basically.
Yeah, I mean, even though I finished third, I just don't feel like this race felt pretty good to me. But hopefully this is, the worst of my finishes going forward, because, we got to lock it down and make sure we get some wins in the next few races. But it feels kind of good that, I'm in a good position right now. So.
Well, great job tonight, man. Shout out to whoever you like to.
Lauren, Scott, You for the broadcast, the sponsors, and everyone else that has been racing clean. I know tonight was kind of my screw up, and I don't know. We'll figure it out later, but good job, everyone.
Absolutely. Avery Wilson, top 3 finish for him. And congratulations to the top 3 in the race here. And, I think, let's see if I can get to the top 4. Maybe I can get a word with Branch. She's down here talking with Lauren. I might be able to sneak him up here and get him into the room. And let's see if I can pull it. There it is. Let's get Jason up here. Top 4 finish for him as we wait on the points here from Scott. Jason, congratulations on the top 4. A battle for you. Unfortunately, you went a lap down there early in the race, and but you just kept it out there, kept it clean, and got a good finish.
Oh yeah, I was. I
I lost Jason there. You there, bud?
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
That's all right. I said, yeah, I knew I needed to get a good finish because there was some people that had some bad luck at the beginning, and I said, okay, I can gain some points here, and so I was trying just to keep it clean, and there was a couple times where I almost got into some stuff. Luckily, I didn't, and so I was trying to go off on fuel mileage, and I have no idea how Guy made it 94 laps plus a burnout. So congratulations on him for fuel mileage, but I was thinking he was going to have to pit again. So it was going to be me, Drift, and Avery. So I just ran it out as long as I could, and I burned up the tires, and Avery got around me at the end. But I'll take 4th. I had some good stage points. I got stage points in the first stage, and I think I got 2nd or 3rd in the second stage. So it'll work out. I think I'm going to be up there in the top 4 once they update these points.
Yeah, you're going to be up there, and it's definitely a promising start for you. You should go to the Atlanta Motor Speedway next week. A fun track there and a tricky one, obviously with the way the tires wear out and stuff like that. Your thoughts on that?
I just wanted to get through Bristol. I knew Bristol was going to be the wild card of this set of playoff races, and I figured whoever can get through Bristol, can kind of breathe a little easier, especially with the smaller turnouts we're having. So we'll see how we are at Atlanta. See if I can save some tires, and just try to be in the top 4 in the next 2 races, and then then it's anyone's game, that last race.
All right, well, congratulations on that, Jason. You can get a chance to shout out to whoever you like to. I mean, you were the best finishing 4Xer tonight.
I actually was the hardest charger, I think, too. I started 14th. Anyway.
Yeah, do you get that too?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Anyway, yeah, I want to thank, obviously iHeartRadio, Functional Fitness, Gray House, Serve Pro. I know I'm forgetting some people, but my 4X teammates, Chris, you're doing a heck of a job in the booth. Scott and Lauren for putting up with us every week in and week out. I know we give them a whole bunch of hard times, and they just kind of roll with it. So I love the league, and I appreciate everything that everyone does to get this league the way it is. It's an awesome league.
Now, I'm being unbiased when I say this right now. I'm actually trying to put my good teammate hat on and running over to the channel on Messenger to see if I can find the other sponsors, because I was reminded of this a few weeks ago myself, but I don't think I'm moving quick enough. But I think you covered everybody for now, so you'll be happy.
I know I'm missing at least one.
You got Serpro, yeah.
Serpro, Great House, iHeartRadio, Functional Fitness.
Got them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's one that's on the tip of my tongue now, and it popped in my head, but I can't remember it. It's like right there. Anyways, all right, I did my try. I'm trying to be a good teammate tonight, so I'm going back to being a broadcaster now. Congratulations.
All right, thanks.
Absolutely. This is what they call stalling in broadcasting here. Is Scott? We've already run like 35 laps at the next Bristol races. He gets the points up here to us. So let's move Jason out. The points are updated now officially. So let me get those, and we will get them loaded in. Jason's actually nice enough to still be sitting here. Let's see. You can just go there. There we go. All right. Points are updated. Let's get those as of right now. So going to be a minute here for me to save them, so just give me 1 second as I load them all in. I'm going to quiet my microphone for a second. We're just going to stall on the air, as we like to say. So stand by. There we go. All right, so they're all loaded now. Let's get them up into the OBS here. I've got about 500 screens loaded up on my screen here. And we will be set to go. Well, here we go. The points are up, and there they are. As of right now, your Elite 8. Andrew Moore leads it over Avery Wilson, Jason Branch, Andrew Mraz right now, the Bubble Boy, 15 over Scott Wise, Kratky Keys, and Casey Duncan not here tonight, and he's going to pretty much need a win to get in now to the last four, or the final four, I should say, to get into the championship. So that is where we line up right now in that, and then our team points look like this. It is 4X leading right now over Pie-Eyed Racing, 2X right now in third. And as you see, Torqued Wrench, Twin Torqued, your top five, and it's pretty much a 5-horse race. It's actually more down to 4 right now, if you want to just be honest. Unfortunately, the Twin Torqued guys have fallen too far behind, but hey, still plenty of racing to go and plenty of things to happen when it's all over with in this series this season. So that is going to do it for us here tonight for the Wise Choice Contracting Truck Series. We appreciate everybody for watching, all the viewers, and of course iRacing for allowing us this platform, the Wise family for allowing me to broadcast this series. And very appreciative of everybody, all the racers and stuff, too. So thank you guys very much. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. I'll be back on tomorrow night for VOR's IndyCar Racing from Road America, and for the Clash Series back Sunday here at the Virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. So until then, you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. I'm out. And remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.